Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, The Beach Bum. Didn't get great reviews, didn't hear much about it. It has Matthew McConaughey in it, that's what I know about it. And he plays a stoner who lives by his own rules. Well, that's perfect for him, right? I think that is his life story. But I don't know that for sure. Anyway, I think he'll play a very good stoner. I'm kind of excited to see it, but it's only got a 6 on IMDb. Over 4,323 people have reviewed it. But what I didn't realize was Snoop Dogg, he's in it. Isa Fisher is in it. Zac Efron and Jonah Hill are also in it. Now, they could just be cameos and something like that. I don't know. But seems pretty fun, so I'm going to check it out. I'll get into it here a little bit and let you know what it's really about. It's only an hour and 30 minutes long. Tell you what I think and then I'll tell you if it's worth watching. So stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're going to do a quick check-in here. We're watching The Beach Bum. We're at the 38-minute, 12-second mark. A little early for some of my check-ins, but a lot has happened. It's a lot more than what IMDb leads you to believe. I just thought it was going to be a show about Matthew McConaughey running around being stoned, which it is. But it's a little bit more elaborate than that. So it starts off that way. He's in Key West, you know, living... I don't know if he lived on a boat or whatever. He goes on a boat often, whatever, and has a good time. He just smokes and drinks all day long, reads poetry, and that's really it. Then the next thing you know, he gets a phone call, or he calls his wife, so he's married, who happens to live in Miami. So he has gone to Key West and has been living there while he's still married to Isa Fisher. And evidently his daughter is getting married, so she wants him to come home for the wedding. So that was interesting point number one. Snoop Dogg is involved. Snoop Dogg is a family friend, real close family friend. You know, so he comes home for the wedding, and we come to find out that they're incredibly rich. They have all this money, huge palace kind of thing. And so, without going into too much detail, a little bit, because it's only 38 minutes, so I'm not really spoiling the movie for you, but he loses his riches here at this point. And there's a way that he can get them back. So, you know, they've given him this opportunity here. So now he's kind of being thrown back out there, but without any money. He has to do what he needs to do in order to get the money back. That's what the movie is about. And there's a lot more to that than what I just gave you. I don't want to spoil any of it for you. So far, it's somewhat entertaining. He sometimes is good. Sometimes he's over the top as a stoner. You know what I mean? Snoop Dogg was cool. And that's really it. So, we'll see what happens from here. There's no real laugh out loud moments or anything like that. I'm kind of getting... I think it's caught in between. Does it want to be a drama? Or does it want to be a comedy? I'm getting at this point. That's what I'm saying at 38 minutes. So, it's only an hour, a little bit over an hour left. So, I'll get back into it a little bit more and see where it goes from here. I'll check in at the end and give you my final thoughts. So, at least now you have a better idea of what the plot is about rather than the IMDb thing that I kind of explained to you. So, alright. Stick around. I'll supply even more information. I'll be back.
That I was never gone in the first place.
Hey everybody, we're at the credits of The Beach Bum, and I get the 6. You know, like I said, it was kind of I don't know, caught in between. It kind of lightened up in the second half when after my first check-in, and leaned itself more towards a comedy, I think. So you know, I don't know. Some of the things that I think was interesting. There was what I felt was references to Dazed and Confused, a little piece of music. I forget what the song was, and then he said "Catch you later," and that's what he did in Dazed and Confused. So I was like thinking to myself, this could be like a sequel. You know, what happens to him after Dazed and Confused? I don't know. Maybe you can go into it and think of it that way. I think that was kind of interesting. But a name in here is Moondog, and that's not his name in Dazed and Confused. I forget what his name is. But anyway, so but it, you know, with that being said, it also had a great soundtrack. I thought they did a great job with the soundtrack on this. There's a lot of good music in it, so I enjoyed that. Now let's talk about the characters that are also in it. I'll start with Zac Efron. Not a major role, but I liked it. I liked what he did. I wish there was a little bit more of him in it. But it was just only a small piece, but I enjoyed his character. Martin Lawrence was in it. I didn't realize that at first. So Martin Lawrence, he plays a friend of his that he meets along the way. So that's really what these people are, just like kind of friends or acquaintances that he meets, and he was in it. So I forgot to mention that. Snoop Dogg, as I mentioned, he plays a bigger role in this. I thought he was pretty good. Nothing wrong with Snoop Dogg in this one. And then Jonah Hill. So Jonah Hill, I couldn't stand his character. It made me cringe. I mean, a lot of the movie made me cringe. It's like, one of those movies where everything's going right, but he keeps messing things up, kind of thing. Those are the cringe moments. But Jonah Hill's character, I like Jonah Hill most of the time. I've liked him in his comedies, and Back to Accepted, that was really funny. Even in his, in Moneyball, in his more serious roles, I like him in that. And a lot of different things I do like him. There are some movies where I don't. This one, I couldn't stand it. I did not like his character at all. It really turned me off, and really, Free Ride, that was the song. Sorry, the credits are rolling right now, and it's Free Ride is the song that took me back to Dazed and Confused. But yeah, I really did not like Jonah Hill's character at all, and it kind of ruined it a little bit for me. The movie didn't have that much redeeming value to it, but one of the things that it does do is it kind of, portrays that he's the person who, carpe diem, live for the day, and doesn't really care about anything else. And that really comes through in this. And it's how do you live for today and not worry about everything else that bogs down your life, and live for fun, that kind of thing. So that's the message of this entire movie. It's just way over the top with that message, but that's what Matthew McConaughey's trying to do. So in that aspect, I kind of like it, but then there's the other pieces that kind of bring it back down, and one of those things is Jonah Hill. So there you have it. I think it's okay. I think it's worth checking out. If you're a Matthew McConaughey fan, you got to check it out. If you like Snoop Dogg, check it out. Otherwise, there's not much, character-wise and plot-wise, there's not much else. So that's all I got for you. If you do check it out, let me know. Love to hear your thoughts on the movie. What'd you think? I'm okay with the 6, maybe 5, but I'm in that range, as you can tell. So take that for what it's worth and decide if you want to watch it. And if you do, let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think of Jonah Hill. And that's it. So thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.